Did you know, guys? My name is actually Antonio. I'm just joking. My name is still Antony from Just Keep It Fresh. When you think of Italy, what do you think of? Spaghetti, pizza, gnocchi, pasta, all this kind of stuff. But you know what? When I think about Italian stuff, I think about the Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo is a great Italian brand. It has a lot of history and it has a lot of heritage. And when we talk about history and heritage, we talk about making classics. And Alfa Romeo has made countless classic cars, including this one. The one that we have behind us is the Alfa Romeo 159 sedan. And the customer has bought this used. The reason he bought this used is because he can see the heritage to this car, the history to this car, and fundamentally he bought this to keep, to basically collect as a collector. This car came in a really, really bad condition. There were scratches everywhere. The scratches looked like spaghetti. It was like spaghetti scratches everywhere. All different kind of swirls. We have Peter, he's got so many B-rolls of that. And then, you know what? When we saw it, it was just, I guess, disappointment. And also, we knew there was a lot of work that needed to be done. This car was paint corrected multiple times. We did 3-stage paint correction just to get this car to look like what it looks like right now. The car itself looks like it has a mirror finish now, and it looks absolutely amazing, especially when it's under natural lighting. You can see the reflection of just how glossy it is under the sun. And obviously the customer knows that we've done such a great job for his car and looks super mint. He wants to protect that look for years to come. Again, when you buy something that's valuable for you, you want to keep it for a very long time and kind of, you know, sustain the look for a very long time. And so the customer opted in for ceramic coating, our infinite 1-layer ceramic coating. Now, the difference between our normal flash ceramic coating and our infinite is, you can see from this car, it's super glossy, super reflective, giving you good, rich colors, but also lifetime warranty as well. When you touch it with your hand, you can feel how smooth and slippery it is as well. This car opted for that exact coating. Now, before we go inside the car, let's have a look at the outside. Again, the car has lots of heritage. The look is classic, and there's different kind of design language. When you talk about Italian stuff, you know, don't worry about the food. If you look about like designer brands, you know, like Italian designer clothes, tuxedos, shoes, it's all about designer brand. It's all about design, and they've integrated design onto this car as well. All of the Alfa Romeo has this distinctive front fascia, right? Really mean, narrow, 3-bulb eyes in the front on each side, and that beautiful triangular grille. When you're driving, if there's an Alfa Romeo driving behind you, you can see that rearview mirror. You can distinctly see that it's an Alfa Romeo coming behind you, ready to take over. Because, I don't know, that's probably what the drivers do anyway. Over here, you can see that the handles are designed differently. Everything about this car is just a bit different to a normal car. And yes, normally you have a handle that pulls out. This one, it clicks up like this. And you open the car like that. It's so different. And when we look towards the back, a distinctive Alfa Romeo sort of look. Again, slim, 3 bulbs, Alfa Romeo rear lights. Again, like, design language is very important when you're looking at a car like this. Back to the word heritage, right? When you look at how the BMWs formed from the first car till now, they all had that distinctive kidney grille. You can see from afar that that's a BMW. Same with Mercedes, same with Porsches. They all look distinctive. And this car is definitely a classic. All right, now that we're in the inside of the vehicle, you can tell Alfa Romeo has a really, really specific design language. Most Alfa Romeos, when you come in, you'll see these dash design. You know, you've got your 3 instrument clusters over there and your beautiful air vents that look like that as well. But the cool thing is, this car is nearly 20-something years old. It's crazy how the previous owner have looked after this car so well that all the bolstering, all the touch points where when you're sitting in, where your trousers is gonna like scratch on or scrape on, it's all in really well looked after condition, which is great. So what we're doing is, what we've actually done is we've coated it with our leather coating, which means it can last even longer. It has that one extra layer of protection where it will kind of stop it from getting destroyed much easier. Look at the sun, it's shining into my eyes. My skin is pretty much like this skin, right? It's gonna be really dry after a long time baking under the sun. It's the same thing with this. After a long time, if you don't have anything protected, you'll start to see cracks, and it's already beginning to slightly crack. But again, for this age of the car, it's actually in pretty good condition. Now, as you can see, this car is awesome in a way that it's like sort of timeless. I think the designers got this really right. It's not really a sport, it's kind of like a sporty luxury car. It's not a complete sports car, but it's a sport luxury car. So you can look like, it looks like you're gonna get some comfort, but also lots of sportiness as well driving this car. Look at the steering wheel. This is where the customer's gonna touch most, right? The leather on the steering wheel is still intact. It's still in great condition. It just means that the previous owner looked after this car very well. Any sort of steering, even AMGs from Mercedes, right? We get them all the time, even used ones. After 5 to 6 years usage, the steering wheel gets destroyed. It is disgusting, it is slimy, it is grimy. The ones with Alcantara, they discolor, and then they just look like complete trash. This one it just looks really, it's 3-spoke too. Look at that, look how timeless this looks. Like, compare this to like the steering wheel that we have today, it still looks kind of similar. Great job, Alfa, so good. More things that we've touched on in this car is obviously the fabric parts. As you can see, there's a lot of different type of materials used inside. You got this aluminium material here, rubberized material here, leather, and also your fabric. All the leather's been coated, all the fabric has also been coated. So all your carpets areas, that's all coated, so that it's gonna be a much easier interior to clean when you own this car. You know, when you spill stuff on your car and it dries off under the sun, and you're gonna use a brush, you have to use different type of tools to clean. You don't have to with this car. It's coated. It will literally just beat off and just a simple wipe. A lot of people ask me, how do I clean my interior after it's coated? That's a very good question. Just use a damp cloth. If it's coated, you don't really have to use any sort of detergent or any sort of leather cleaner or fabric cleaner. Just a damp cloth, quickly wipe. That should do the job. I'm trying to see the sun, but I can't. It's so bright. You see, Queensland weather, especially in Australia, the sun is like, just look at me. I can't even see properly. It's so freaking bad. Like, it can destroy anything in its way. And that's the reason why a lot of people option in for protection, not just for the outside of their cars, but also the inside of their cars. It's this kind of stuff that really affects your car in the long run. Like, in a blink of an eye, your paint's gonna start peeling if you park it outside, or contamination is gonna react much easier. If you study chemistry, chemical reaction happens much faster in heat. And it's the same as your paint as well. Especially a black car like this, it's gonna take more heat than other colors. Again, this customer's made the right decision. He's come to us to get his car protected, especially a car that's so special, a car that has history, a car that's a classic, and a car that has heritage. He's now got this car fully coated and fully protected, and he is ready to drive it around to show off to other people his beautiful vehicle. Again, guys, if you have any questions, don't be afraid to message us or give us a call. It's Antony from Just Keep It Fresh. You know what? Just keep it fresh.